everyone, my name is Emily. I'm an esthetician and laser technician here at Bliss. I've been here for about 5 years now, in the industry for 11. This is Nicole. She's one of our RMTs here, and this is her first microneedling. Are you excited?
I am, yeah.
Good. So she has been numbing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by wiping parts of her face. Okay. So with this treatment, it's really good for fine lines and wrinkles, pigmentation, any textural issues like enlarged pores. Someone that really wants to give their skin a good glow, as well as a nice just overall treatment. This treatment is actually really, really good for melasma. So as we said in previous videos, melasma is more of a heat-activated hormonal pigment. So that's why multiple lasers are not compatible with melasma. And microneedling is really, really good for helping to treat that, as well as darker skin types. So sometimes dark skin types can be a little trickier because they have already so much melanin. So this treatment's really good for anyone that has any pigment issues or anything like that that are darker. And some little issues there. I'm just making sure my needles are all going through. This is kind of like a foolproof. If the needles are bent or anything, the microneedling machine won't work, so that you're making sure you're always going into the skin straight ahead. So I'm going to pop this in, put in my settings. So with Nicole, we're going to do a little bit of more aggressive treatment because why not? I tend to want to treat more aggressively for these treatments because you're coming in, you're spending the money, you're taking the time, so let's make it worth it. How's your face feeling? Does it feel nice and numb? It feels like tingly almost, eh?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Let's see when I touch it. Typically people feel it more around the mouth area. Feels kind of like almost dentist-y. So throughout the treatment, you'll see that I'll be applying a serum. So it's our tripeptide serum from Environ. It's absolutely fabulous. It'll help the skin repair and just really build all that collagen. What microneedling is a pen-like device. It has a bunch of little needles in it. And what we're doing is we're creating a controlled trauma to the skin so that it helps repair itself faster. So all the new cells that come out are going to be stronger, brighter, and just really nice and new. Okay, I'm just going to put some alcohol, which will really help with collagen production. So with this treatment, I can do pretty much as many passes as I like. I like to keep going until I start to see some pinpoint bleeding. That part is kind of what people are a little bit scared of, but don't worry, wipe it away, you won't even see it.
And is that just to create that controlled trauma?
Yeah, so having the pinpoint bleeding is really good because that's the controlled trauma that we're creating. So I'm going to start over here, and you're going to feel some. How's that feeling?
That was nothing.
Good. So I typically like to do a full pass just to kind of wake up the skin, and then I'm going to go in with my serum. You'll see as well, it'll glide really nicely. Now it's kind of just like a little bit sharper. So you'll notice after the treatment, your skin is going to be red. You'll feel it pretty tight and dry, almost like sunburning. If there's certain areas that we want to treat really aggressively, you will notice sometimes even like a little bit of like red dots. That's totally normal. That's good. That means we got that controlled trauma that we did to the skin. Some people bleed a lot, some people don't. I do not recommend drinking the night before because you will bleed or take any blood thinners. Because then, yeah, you'll notice you're going to get a little bit more pinpoint bleeding. How are you doing?
Good, good.
So after your treatment, no exfoliation or any like harsh serums. I would stay away from anything that's drying just because, like I said, you will feel pretty tight. So keep it hydrated. You can definitely use some like peptide, niacinamide, anything that's going to help speed the healing. And then avoid any like scrubs or anything like that for about a week. Day one, you might, the day of, like, you don't necessarily have to put on makeup. If you really want to, you're more than welcome to. Try to stick to like a mineral makeup, something that's going to be non-comedogenic so that it doesn't clog up your pores to all that good work you just did.
And then on the label of the makeup, will it say?
If it's like a mineral makeup, yeah, so we have the Jane Iredale, so if you'd like, after your treatment, you're more than welcome to go and put some on. And then we even have the rep today in for Jane Iredale to do all the color matches. Yeah. And then all of our Environ products will be 15% off. So always a good time to stock up on those really nice serums. So all of our skin services as well, laser, as well as microneedling and VeloShape will be 25% off. You can buy online or in person and then just use the promo code EVENT. And then the promo code for Environ is Environ.
And how long is that for?
Until today. Today is the last day to stock up. So with Nicole, we really want to get in on her eye area. She will be getting some Botox around December. So we want to be able to treat as much as we can with the microneedling. So then she'll probably actually need less Botox. So that's why combining laser treatments or medi treatments with filler or injectables is really, really nice. You'll start to see results in about a week, and collagen doesn't build overnight, so you'll see more results as time goes, which is really, really nice. And then typically I like to do 3 treatments, 3 weeks apart, and then depending on our goal, then we can possibly do more or combine it with other treatments. I'm a big fan. So you can see here, like she's bleeding a little bit more around the eye area, but I have been going there quite a lot, so might as well.
So is there anything one would want to do to prepare for this treatment?
So before your microneedling treatment, you want to make sure you don't have any like big active breakouts. You're more than welcome to stop using retinol, glycolic acids, vitamin C for about 3 days prior. Do not come in with a sunburn. Just treat your skin gently and we'll be able to proceed. Microneedling is the perfect, like if you're thinking about getting laser done, but you're a little scared and unsure, microneedling is a really good stepping stone because it's not that crazy, but then you'll still get really, really good results. It's not so intimidating. And that one cheek is done.
The numbing really helps.
It really does. So what we're doing right now is we're going about 2 millimeters into her skin, just to really help with that collagen induction therapy.
What about taking like an oral collagen as well, like collagen powder? Will that help?
You're more than welcome to take that. Absolutely. I know they're pretty hot right now and a lot of people are swearing by them, so if you're using it and you like it, go right ahead. And I'm going to do the other cheek. I'm left-handed, so I'm going to have to block her face a little bit. This is really good for anyone that has acne scarring as well. Again, that's a darker skin type. I really, really like to do microneedling. We've had really nice results. Obviously, like every skin color can get this treatment done. But yeah, melasma, skin texture, pores, fine lines and wrinkles, pigmentation, and melasma. A lot of the times I'll like to pre-treat with our Mellow Prep and Fade for about like a month or so. And then you can actually keep using it throughout your microneedlings.
And what is melasma?
Melasma is, like they kind of call it also that pregnancy mask. So, you know, when people have like very symmetrical patches, it can go under the eyes, sides of the face, or a lot of the times on the forehead as well. Again, consultations are super important because then you can determine together what treatments would be best for your lifestyle, your issues, your concerns, how much time you want to spend here. Not that this is a bad place to be. Pain-wise, it's not too bad. I can always adjust the machine. Like we said earlier, there is numbing cream. I can always adjust the settings. It doesn't have to go the full 2 millimeters. I can always do a little bit less. So we'll always ensure that this treatment is comfortable. I'll never have you gripping the bed. It's mostly just annoying because it's like little stamping motion, right? As usual, you want to avoid the sun after this. Make sure you wear sunscreen, a hat. Do everything you can do to protect your face, especially after these treatments, because we are creating a little bit of damage to the skin. So it's just a little bit more vulnerable. So we want to really be on it when it comes to sun protection.
So we're having a hard time hearing.
Okay.
So we're going to try and speak a little bit louder for everyone on the live.
If anyone has any questions or anything you need me to repeat, feel free to message. You're going to sneeze?
Sorry.
Okay.
Maybe not sneeze, sorry.
Maybe not?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's also a mistake. You're gonna
What's that?
I was going to say you're going to sneeze. and you don't
Yeah.
have to. How is it feeling around the eye area?
It's a little more, like I can feel it a little bit more closer to the eye, but not too bad at all. Just like, it's a lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be though, so that's good.
Good. So you can see again around the eye area, it's definitely a little bit more red. I got a little bit more blood. You can also see this area is actually going down already. So I think Nicole is going to be a very fast healer.
So I have a question. What were you saying about the timing of the microneedling with Botox?
So if you're getting any injectables, I would actually prefer it if you did it after. So what we can do is we can do any laser microneedling treatments, and then afterwards we can go in and get your injectables, or you can wait about a month. So you do your injectables, you wait a month, and then we can start your microneedling, or you can definitely do all of your microneedlings until we're happy, and then you'll get your injectables. What's nice about that is if you do it microneedling first and then Botox or filler, you might actually need a little bit less because you'll find that the microneedling has helped quite a lot for the fine lines and the wrinkles.
What kind of downtime would we see after a microneedling treatment?
So after microneedling, they typically say about a week. Honestly, the skin heals pretty fast. Day 1 and 2, you're going to be a little bit red. Your skin's going to feel a little bit tight and kind of sunburned, so make sure you keep it hydrated. Stay away from any exfoliants. Sometimes you'll get, like maybe Nicole will get a little bit of pinpoints around her eye area just because we treated more aggressively, but definitely will subside within that week. And even so, you can always cover it with makeup, so it won't be noticeable. You can definitely resume your activities by day 2 even. Her chin area is pretty good, consider like with the texture, as well as pore size and even fine lines and wrinkles. So this isn't where I'm going to put my full focus. I'm still going to go on that area, but this isn't where I want all the work to go to. What's really nice about this treatment is you can really get into that lip line. So whenever people have those fine lines around the mouth, you can really help treat them.
Do you freeze the skin before the procedure, and did you put hyaluronic acid on the skin?
I used a topical numbing cream, and I'm not using hyaluronic acid. I'm using a triple peptide serum. It has a little bit in it, but it's mostly types of peptides to really help that healing process. And whenever we're creating all those micro channels into her skin, so whatever I'm applying throughout the treatment is really going deep into the skin. It's really going to help just rebuild everything. So just a topical numbing cream, and that is more than enough. How's the chin?
Good. Yeah. Oh, please. I think the bonier areas you feel a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Cheekbone, shin bone.
So we're gonna do the forehead. This one can be a little bit spicier, so I can always turn it down if it's too uncomfortable. With Nicole, we're gonna try at this depth and see what happens. How's the forehead feeling?
So far, so good.
Perfect.
What's Nicole's aftercare gonna look like?
So Nicole's aftercare is just going to be keeping it hydrated, keeping it out of the sun. We're going to want to make sure she moisturizes a lot and uses good products that she puts in her skin, because again, there's all those micro channels that were created. So the better ingredients she puts in there, the better the outcome of her treatment will be. So no grainy exfoliants, nothing like that. And then she can kind of resume her regular skincare. So for the forehead, you typically get more bleeding. That's totally normal. Again, when you're receiving this treatment, you won't even see it. So you don't see it happen. That looks really good.
Is there any concern with being in the sun immediately after treatment?
Yes, so I would not recommend going out in the sun right away, because again, we're creating that controlled trauma to the skin, so the skin's going to be more sensitive. If you're going out in the sun, you can have a risk of hyperpigmentation, just because we just did some treatments. However, you should be using sunscreen and protecting yourself regardless, but you want to be extra careful after any type of treatment, whether it be laser or microneedling. This is why this is the perfect time of the year to get any type of laser skin, because there's a higher chance that we won't be out in the sun, and then in the winter you can kind of let your skin get all the fun stuff, all that work, and then in the summer you can enjoy. It's really funny. Typically when I do sinus area, people tend to sneeze. One more.
Excuse me. Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, the microneedling tickling.
Yeah.
So is there a typical amount of passes you would do, or areas where you would do a few more based on what you're trying to achieve?
So depending on what we're trying to achieve, I can concentrate on those areas more. What I'm looking for is that clinical endpoint, meaning I want to see some redness and I want to see some pinpoint bleeding. So typically when I start to see that, that's when I'm happy. If there's a specific spot that we really want to treat aggressively, then I will keep going until I am satisfied with how it looks. So like we really wanted to work on forehead lines with Nicole, so that's why you can see she's definitely redder. I have a good amount of bleeding. It's nice and even. You can even see like swelling a little bit, which is nice because then you don't see the fine lines anymore. So that's always nice. So I finished my treatment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe off all the blood, and then I'm going to actually be applying a peel. So depending on your concern, once again, I will help determine which peel I want to do, and that's what we will proceed with. So with Nicole, we are fine lines and wrinkle, and also dryness. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a lactic peel. So that one's going to be really good for anti-aging as well as hydration. How's your whole face feeling? Good. Beautiful. Okay, so Nicole, I'm gonna give you this fan. There you go. The button is right here on the side. You're gonna press up. I like to do the fan because it also keeps your hands busy while you're feeling all these tingles. It's nothing too crazy, but she's definitely gonna feel it. And again, all these microchannels, it will help go in deeper.
So is there any contraindications that you wouldn't do microneedling with?
So anyone that has a lot of broken capillaries, I would probably want to treat those before coming in for microneedling. Anyone that has very active breakouts, we're going to want to treat those before. Apart from that, I feel like everyone is a good candidate for microneedling.
Would it be recommended for a consult?
I would definitely like to book in for a consult before microneedling. However, I'm the type of person that wants a consult for everything so that we can determine a plan together. Because again, microneedling is not necessarily like a one and done. Obviously, if you've had multiple treatments, you can come in and kind of get a touch up. But you definitely, I'd love to be able to plan what we're going to do together, because again, what we do here in the treatment room and what you do at home really work together. So if you're doing all these treatments, I really appreciate it when people use good skincare and they're consistent so that we can achieve an even better result. Not saying that you won't get any result if you don't, but you'll definitely be able to get way more out of your treatment if you're using good skincare at home. So again, treatment plan is always really, really nice. So typically we would leave this on a little bit longer. For the video, we're going to take it off because there is the next step. How does the peel feel?
Good, yeah.
Do you find it quite spicy?
Not too bad, no.
It's mostly when it goes on, you'll feel it a lot and then it goes down fast.
The fan helps, I think, too. Cooling it off.
Yeah.
Would this be a treatment that you would use with anything else as a complement?
Absolutely. Like I said, this is a great stepping stone into something more aggressive, or if we're really just happy with this, you can do a couple of microneedlings. If you have like one really stubborn pigment, I can always go in and laser it, and then we can come back, do a microneedling. You can get microneedling and then injectables. This is a really nice treatment that's complementary to a lot of other lasers that we have. We could do a skin tightening before and then finish off with a microneedling. Like I said, we can even do, for a pretty aggressive treatment, we could do a full face photo rejuve, so like a photo facial to help with pigment. We can do one of those the same day. I've had a lot of success for really stubborn sun damage. Having those two in conjunction together has been really, really good. You'll be here for a while though. I'm just making sure everything is rinsed off perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna take away your frown. Thank you. A little bit of toner. More serum. So now I'm going to apply an algae peel-off mask. This one is typically people's favorite part. It's really nice and cooling, and it's going to help soothe everything. I actually put some serum underneath, and this mask is completely non-occlusive, meaning the skin won't really be able to breathe. So any serums that I apply on our skin are actually going to be only going down. So I'm just going to put some water in it. And this one you do have to apply relatively quickly because it will set.
What kind of serum did you use before the alginate mask?
So I use our Environ tripeptide serum. You'll hear me talking about this serum quite a lot because it's absolutely phenomenal. It feels beautiful on the skin. It's really good for a multitude of things. So again, fine lines and wrinkles. It's really good for helping the skin regenerate and to really protect it. So I typically love to use this one for home care as well. I would do that in the morning, and then I like to do my retinols at night. But I do like to use it a lot in the treatment room because it's just that good.
How are you feeling? Good. Yeah, the mask does look good.
So the mask is very cooling. As you can see, it's very thick as well because it is non-occlusive, so it will dry up, and then I'll just be able to peel it right off. It's a little messy, but it does such a beautiful job. Do you find it nice and cooling?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is typically the nice and relaxing part. I'll lower the lights, give you a nice hand and arm massage. Kind of make everything feel good after I did all of the those little needles. Like I said earlier, if anyone has melasma, these products are really, really good. You're going to treat with the Melaprep on the area that you want. You're going to do that twice a day. Afterwards, you're going to apply serum A and B, equal amounts on top of your Melaprep lotion. It's really important to be really consistent because melasma can be quite difficult to get rid of and it needs consistency. So pre-treating with this for about a month, coming in for your microneedling, and still using that twice a day, you will notice a really big improvement with minimal downtime. And you'll be really happy with your results. I have quite a few of my guests that have melasma, and we've had some really nice success with it. This treatment's really good for any age really as well. So it's a very inclusive service as every skin color, every skin type, every age can really benefit from this treatment. It's quick, the downtime is minimal, the pain is minimal, so this is a really beautiful treatment. This is a really great entryway treatment to any other type. So if you've had facials, you've done peels, you kind of want to take it a step further, microneedling is a really good option. If laser seems a little bit scary, or this is really, you don't want anything too invasive, this is a really good option for minimal downtime and maximum results, really. So with Nicole, we're probably going to do a couple more treatments. I would really like to see her in 3 weeks. Then we can do another full face. And I think we have until December. So I think at the end of her microneedling, we might actually do a full face ablative, which is a laser that I did a video a couple days ago, and just really get in there and treat like more aggressively, because Nicole has not had lasers done before. So I kind of dipped her toes here with the microneedling. We might do one more or two and then just finish off with a really good sublative. And then she's going to get her injectables. And like I said, she probably won't need as many units or as many syringes as she would typically might need now. So
is there kind of a common amount of treatments that you would recommend, or is it really based on what people are trying to achieve?
So typically I like to start with 3 treatments every 3 weeks. That's kind of like my base. And then after that, we can decide together what our next step is. So if you want to keep doing microneedlings, if you want to switch over to peels, if you want to switch over to laser, then we can kind of decide. In general, 3 treatments is really, really big improvement in the skin, but let's say you have very stubborn pigment, then we might want to do a photo rejuvenation facial afterwards. If you have some deeper acne scarring, we might want to finish off with a sublative, fine lines and wrinkles, skin laxity, then we might want to do a skin tightening or a sublime treatment. So everything kind of works in conjunction together depending on what our goal is. This is why I put the gauze. So now I'm just going to remove a couple of residue from the mask. Comes off pretty easily. As you can see, I kind of want to just remove the excess because we have all those serums in the skin, so I don't really want to be rinsing everything off. I can also treat with microneedling. It's not just the face. You can do the neck, the chest, any area that you've had a little bit of pigmentation. We can definitely treat those. It's also really good for stretch marks. Sometimes I find you'll need a couple more treatments, but again, collagen induction therapy, so that trauma to the skin to help it repair itself. Now I'm going to put some Environ oil. So it's a vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E oil. Also, I like to use the oil at the end of this treatment because an oil will kind of keep that heated, which we really want. Again, because all that heat is going to really help with that collagen. And then I will be adding sunscreen. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us, phone call, Instagram, Facebook. We are always here to help you. Feel free to book in for consultations and we'll be able to answer as well any questions that you have. I want to say thank you so much for everyone that helped support us in the videos and watch them. I really hope you learned and I really hope I'll get to meet you or see you again. This has been a really fun weekend for all of us, so we had a great time. I hope you guys did too. How's everything doing?
Good.
Good, wonderful. Well, thank you very much, everybody.